Coordinated, episode 232. Spotlight, Christopher in Maryland.
Greetings, AP coordinators. Derek Mehta here, Senior Director, AP Coordinator Experience for the AP program and former AP Coordinator.
And I'm Karli Suge, School Counselor and AP Coordinator.
Thanks for joining us. We're excited to shine the spotlight on a fellow AP Coordinator today. We're visiting Riverdale, Maryland. So for the next few minutes, this is the place to be to hear all the latest and greatest in the world of AP coordinators.
Microphone on. Spotlight on. It's time to get coordinated.
Good morning, Karli.
Good morning, Derek. I'm excited to be, quote unquote, on the road again today. Where are we going for today's conversation? This has been a great summer break so far. I have never done so much traveling.
Right. And this kind of traveling does not involve waiting in airport security lines or lost luggage. Hey, so today we're visiting the state of Maryland and specifically College Park Academy in Riverdale. Now, College Park is one of the many schools in Prince George's County Public School District, one of the larger school districts in the U.S. It is also home to our friend and colleague, Edrika Hall, who helps to guide the many AP coordinators in her district. Shout out to Edrika and everyone in Prince George's County Public School District for their tireless work as they continue to expand access to AP for their students. We appreciate you so much.
Well, I am excited. I've never been to Maryland before, so let's turn that spotlight a little bit. Perfect. Now, you're in the dark, Derek, and the spotlight is shining perfectly on our special guest.
That would not be the first time someone told me that I'm working in the dark. All right. I can take a hint. I think that's my cue to go on mute for a little bit. Here we go, everyone. Joining Karli for an enlightening, got that, Karli? Spotlight, enlightening. Karli's rolling her eyes at me. Joining Karli for an enlightening AP coordinator to AP coordinator conversation is Christopher Irwin from College Park Academy. Welcome to Coordinated.
Hey, thanks for having me on. And yes, I can confirm that Karli was rolling her eyes.
Derek's used to it. Hey, thanks for making the time to join us. I can't wait to learn more about your school and AP program. So where is College Park Academy located? I know Maryland, but can you help us picture a more precise location?
Yeah, you would think we'd be located in College Park, Maryland, where the University of Maryland is, but we are right next door in Riverdale Park, and we are just outside Washington, D.C.
Okay, and I'm always strangely curious about this. So what is your school's mascot?
Our mascot is the Phoenix, and do you know what the plural of Phoenix is?
I don't. Phoenixes?
That's correct. Yeah, it's nothing special. Just phoenixes.
You got me. I thought that was a trick question. So do you have any stories about former students who have gone on to do amazing things? Any famous alumni you want to brag about?
Well, actually, our school is pretty young. Our first graduating class was 2019. So I'm going to hold off and give them a little bit more time because I think they're all destined for some great things out there, but they're not quite there yet.
Amazing. Sounds like we need to have you back on later so we can ask you that question again.
Great.
And now let's learn a little bit more about your AP program there at College Park Academy. So about how many students enrolled in AP courses last year?
Well, all of them did, Karli.
All of them.
Yeah, we're a little bit different. As a public charter school, we actually have all of our students enrolled in at least one AP course every year of high school.
Wow. And so what does that look like for them?
Freshman year, they take AP US History. Sophomore year, Government and Politics. Junior year is a big year for them. They take World History, English Lang, and the seminar course. And then senior year, they take English Lit and AP Research.
Wow, that is so unique, Chris. What an amazing opportunity for your students to be able to start taking their AP courses as a freshman and to continue to build their AP portfolio throughout their high school journey.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, to be honest, but we've got a couple nice things going for us. I mentioned that we've got a proximity with University of Maryland, but we also have a good partnership. So we have student teachers as well as guests coming from University of Maryland to help with some of our classes. And then we also have a middle school in our same building. So we get to do professional development with our teachers as young as sixth grade teachers up to our senior level teachers.
That's amazing. I think that's important to really focus on those partnerships. And that's sounds like you have some really great ones connected there. And Chris, what I call them perks. What perks do students earn by taking AP classes at your school? Sounds like they're all taking them. So, do they get a boost in their GPA or are they excused from final exams for that course? Anything like that?
Yeah, exactly that. We do have the 1 point boost for an AP course. And then we also don't do any final exams except for the AP exams. So that is our main focus when it comes to the end of the school year.
All right. And as you know, next year, some AP exams are only going to be available in a digital testing format. So, no more paper options for some exams.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. With the number of exams we do in our building, I would like to have less boxes to unpack and sort and pack back up. So bring on the digital exams.
I can absolutely relate to that. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So, have you tried any digital testing for AP? If yes, how did it go? So, selfishly, very selfishly, I'm looking to steal some tips. At my school, we did a little digital testing, but not a lot. So, how are you preparing for the upcoming school year?
The biggest tip that I would share is making sure your students know their logins. So we make sure to practice. We test on school Chromebooks, so we make
Mhm.
sure that the students know where their testing locations are, but also know how to log in on their machines.
Mhm.
It doesn't help you to have it saved on your phone.
Exactly. And that's a great tip. My school is using school managed Chromebooks too. So that's the tip I wrote down testing practice to troubleshoot password issues.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a little bit biased towards the digital testing over the paper testing because of my previous work history.
Oh, tell us more about that.
Well, I was part of a pilot program in Prince George's County for one-to-one devices way back in 2010, which I don't know, it makes me old, I guess.
Okay, so you've seen the digital testing writing on the wall and you've been prepared. So now, what is your official title at your school besides AP coordinator, of course?
My official title is instructional lead teacher. So I serve as a teacher coach and mentor on the high school side of our building, working with new teachers, students, and veteran teachers.
Awesome. And how long have you been the AP coordinator?
I've been AP coordinator for 7 years.
All right. So, a fellow veteran AP coordinator. What do you find to be the most rewarding part of the role? We often joke about how thankless sometimes the job can be, but there are rewards, right?
Yeah, definitely. One of the biggest, obviously, is seeing your kids find success in an AP course that they maybe didn't think they would like at first, but then they do well in the course and on the exam. I've also been fortunate to see our program grow at College Park Academy. So we started off with only one AP teacher and a handful of students taking the exam, and now we have 10 AP teachers on the high school side and all of our students taking at least one exam every year.
That's amazing.
And Carly, I'm curious, and I'm sure others are, what's the most rewarding part for you?
Oh, gosh. Thank you for asking. I think for me, it's the ability to work with more students. I am a counselor and we are divided by alphabet. So I work with certain students, but when I'm the AP coordinator, I work with all AP students. So I don't have the pleasure of working with every student like you do, Chris, but it does feel good to be able to work with more students in a different capacity and kind of be able to answer those questions about AP testing and kind of connect them to their futures even if they're not in my alphabet. So that's the exciting part for me.
That's great.
Yeah. I know it's summer break and all, and we should wrap this up, but two more questions.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So, what's the craziest or most unexpected thing that's ever happened to you during AP exams in May?
I remember like it was yesterday. We had a biology exam happening, and the big Bluetooth speaker in the classroom connected and started playing someone's music. I think the proctor thought it was someone in the classroom at first, and so did I. But then we saw all of our seniors who had a half day walking past the room outside, and we figured out pretty quickly that one of their phones had connected to the classroom speaker.
Oh my gosh, that is something you couldn't even make up.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a distraction, but we got the speaker turned off and things got back to work.
I'm sure you did. You're AP coordinator, you're a quick thinker. I'm sure you got everything back on track. Okay, before we get to the final question, I don't want to forget to say thank you for making the time and joining us today during your summer. We really appreciate it.
Aw, thank you, Karli. This has been an enlightening experience.
Oh my gosh, Derek will love that. Yes, it certainly was. All right, Christopher Irwin, veteran AP coordinator. What's one bit of advice you would share with someone who is new to the role this upcoming school year?
My biggest piece of advice is to start at episode 1 of Coordinated and just listen and listen and listen, the whole thing. No, in all seriousness, I think just making sure you're staying on top of your deadlines and staying organized, so that way you have that room to make adjustments as you get closer to the middle of the year, to putting the order in, to getting tests in the building. The sooner you can stay organized, the easier it'll be.
AP coordinators, thanks again for joining us. Thanks again to our special guest today, Christopher Irwin. Thanks to you as well, Karli.
My pleasure. And next week, we'll be back again. This time, we're going to chat with a colleague who's going to tell us all about what's new in AP Classroom. We're going to share links to some new, very cool videos, including one that specifically talks about the value and benefits of using AP Classroom. I know I have a few teachers that I'm going to be sure to share that with. And as always, for all our support of AP students. Yep, your support, my support, our support. AP coordinators, we are truly good as gold.
And maybe I just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.
AP coordinators, despite your best intentions, did you miss out on the AP coordinator back to school workshop?
Fear not. The Back to School workshop is now available on YouTube.
That's right. And we have 2 on-demand videos available. One for new AP coordinators and one for those with a little more experience.
Or watch them both.
Great idea. Check out the show notes for a link to the videos.
Or you can go to collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience. That's collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience.
Get your popcorn ready. This is one more summer blockbuster you won't want to miss.